feeling a little drained or unmotivated, girl, you are in the right place. Today, I'm sharing 3 empath motivation tips that will change your life. And trust me, the last one is gold, so stick around. We're talking simple, practical tips that'll have you jumping out of bed with energy and excitement. Let's chat about how to get that motivation back on track. Ready to feel unstoppable? Let's do it. If you're an empath and you want to feel more confident in your decisions and the work you're meant to do in the world, subscribe to my channel and hit that little bell to get notified each week when I post a new video. I'm Ciara Rubin, best-selling spiritual author, singer, and lifelong psychic empath. For nearly a decade, I have helped hundreds of women tap into their intuition to get the answers they need and feel confident taking empowered action. Tip number 1 is the baseline for having the ultimate motivation, and it can also be the toughest nut to crack. I don't want to scare you, but tip number 1 is to do something that excites you enough that it will make you want to get up to do the hard things, like waking up early. I'm just gonna be real with you. If you are not doing things in your life that light you up enough to make you want to jump out of bed in the morning, a change needs to take place. You are worthy of doing things that light you up on a daily basis. You are worthy of getting to be creative and to express yourself creatively. Do things that are fun and constructive. You are worthy of your creativity influencing other people and impacting and helping other people in their lives. And if the things that you're doing on a day-to-day basis, I mean, obviously there are other circumstances like early motherhood is really, really challenging. The beginning of any project really can be very challenging. But if you are doing something that feels in alignment with your soul, it will be much easier for you to stay motivated on the days when life is lifing. If you are not turned on, lit up, excited about the things that you're doing in your life, you are just not going to have the motivation to sustain and follow through on them, period. And girl, I get it. I used to be in that place where I was waking up every day and going through the motions and running late to work and making excuses and having to drink caffeine in the morning, drinking wine at night to forget about the day and its drama, scrolling on social media constantly and consuming more than I was creating. And that killed my motivation on a regular basis. So it wasn't until I experienced my initial spiritual awakening, realized that I have a purpose in this world to help other people doing the things that I freaking love to do and would do for free. Psychic work, doing readings, writing, singing, expressing myself creatively. That is when things really took off for me. And for you, it will look a little bit different, but the light inside of you and the motivation will feel very much the same. If you want to live a life that lights you the fuck up, hit that like button. And I want to know, if you had no constraints on money or time, what would you be doing with your life? Let me know in the comments. All right, so tip number 2 is that true motivation comes from discipline. All right, yes, step 1, you've got that thing that wakes you up, it makes you feel excited, and still, even when you are doing the things that you love and that you are excited and so compelled to do, life will still life. You will still get sick sometimes and need to rest. You, if you are a woman, will experience a menstrual cycle, so you will experience what we know as the luteal phase, when your energy drops, okay? And so real motivation comes from discipline. It comes from developing habits that you can stick to even when things get difficult, even when it's challenging to get out of bed in the morning. Motivation just comes and goes. It's just the nature of things. We are cyclical beings. I would venture to guess that most of your motivation will come during the follicular and ovulation phases of your cycle. All right, and so in those other 2 phases, the luteal and the menstrual phase of your cycle, you will need to rely on that discipline to keep you going. How did you develop that discipline? And that is through habits. That is through micro habits. You start with micro habits. I talked a little bit about this in my last video, but developing micro habits so that you can start to trust yourself to show up when things are difficult or when you don't really feel like it. Create a stupid, easy habit that you can stick to daily. Then you will start to trust yourself to go the distance with bigger habits and bigger goals. Then you will find yourself sticking to those healthy habits when you're in those low energy phases where you're lacking motivation, that discipline and that habit building that you started will carry you through those times and make you feel so motivated and so confident and so sure that you are going to make it in whatever realm that you want to make it in. I'd say my biggest reckoning with my motivation and discipline came in 2020 around COVID. I was stuck inside just like everybody else, and I decided that I was going to start waking up at 5 a.m. and it was very hard. And I had never considered myself one of those people. In fact, I'd always rolled my eyes whenever I'd heard waking up at 5 a.m. Waking up at 5 a.m. is the thing to do if you're gonna be like a real personal development person and you're gonna do the things. And I would like barf a little bit and then like really resonate more with the people that were like, you don't have to do that. But then I became a mom, and then I had a lot less time on my hands to do the things that were lighting me up besides my motherhood, to develop those micro habits. I had a lot less time to do it. So I had to become a lot more efficient with the time that I had. And so I just started doing the things I had to do. I started shutting my phone off at 7 p.m. My friends know if they text me after 7 p.m., 95% of the time, I'm not texting you back until the next morning, because I need to get that melatonin pumping in my brain so that I can go to sleep on time to wake up early and write my best-selling book. Yes, I have a best-selling book. It's called You Always Know, and I wrote it at 5 a.m. in the morning most of the time. When you are driven and you are lit the fuck up by something that you are doing, you will wake up at 5 a.m. to do it. When you feel that you are on a mission, you will cultivate that discipline to be able to carry out that mission, so that you can trust that you can show up for other people even when they are not showing up for themselves. That is real leadership. That is real motivation. And tip number three is a mindset shift. And I want to harken back to the story that I shared a little bit in tip 2 about when I became a mom. I just knew that I had to be more efficient with my time. So tip number 3 is being busy actually makes you more efficient with your time. It doesn't mean that you don't have time to go for your goals. You will need to eliminate things from your schedule that are not getting you where you want to go. So that might mean no more reality TV. That might mean not spending hours scrolling on social media. That might mean doing anything that is going to impede you from fulfilling your potential. That is a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people, because they're like, well, no, I'm gonna watch my shows and this is me resting. And it's like, no, you watching a show or scrolling on your social media feed is actually not you resting. You are still actually activating your nervous system. And if depending on the programming that you are programming your brain with, that you are watching, it will affect your nervous system in a positive or a negative way. If you're watching reality TV that is full of drama, romance, breakups, relationships that aren't really real and that are over dramatized, your nervous system is going to experience that, and you might be addicted to those stress hormones or those exciting drama hormones. If you are scrolling on social media and you're seeing memes, okay, those are funny, cute, or you're seeing other people that you then compare yourself to, low key in the back of your mind that you're not conscious of, those things are going to be affecting your nervous system in a negative way. So in order to become more efficient and become the leader that you are truly meant to be, you need to eliminate those distractions and eliminate those things from your life that are going to get in the way of you being efficient with the time that you have, the little time that you have to take care of yourself and focus on your development personally, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You are worthy of taking that time, of unplugging from the matrix that is designed to hold your attention. You are worthy of unplugging from that so that you can plug into the things that you are really meant to do in this life. So stop hiding from your big dreams and give yourself the gift of time to take better care of yourself or work on your purpose-led business. Sorry, not sorry for the little tough love rant here. And I was very much in that place where I was obsessed with reality TV, loved me some Real Housewives, especially Real Housewives of New York and Atlanta. I loved to scroll on social media and watch hours and hours of YouTube and spend all of my time talking to everybody that wanted my attention. And I had to put some serious energetic boundaries in place. And I had to set some boundaries with myself to no longer consume those things, to become someone who was spending more time creating and had more energy to create, because I was no longer investing my attention and my energy into those things that were not serving my highest good. Because when you are super busy, you don't really have time to hit a bunch of roadblocks or take all these detours. Your intuition clears all of those roadblocks, and decision making becomes easy peasy. No more getting stuck in analysis paralysis. Intuition isn't just one kind of thing for one kind of person. Intuition expresses itself in many different ways, and it is available to everyone. That means you, sister. If you want to know the primary language that your intuition is speaking, take 2 minutes and take my Discover Your Intuition Identity quiz. Within a couple of minutes, if you join my email community, you can then download your guide for your intuition identity and get a 5-minute practice that will help you instantly connect with your higher self to get clarity on answers on all of those things that you are wanting, and you will get that for free. Link in the description below this video. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you're an empath, you will love these 2 videos right here. So make sure you check them out today. I love you today and every day, and I'll talk to you soon, girl.